Man, I'm up in the wilderness here of Montana. There's lines of people getting bear spray at the airport. I'm trying to figure out why. Well, because there's bears all over the place up here in Montana, especially up where I'm going. Anyway, I'm going up into the wilderness here. I can understand why people go off the grid, though. I'm going to an off-the-grid conference, off-the-grid event. I'm going to be practicing with my new Destiny material. I love chocolate. You know, I had a birthday yesterday, September 4th. Chocolate. Ooh. There I was, 40 days, tempted in the wilderness, and the devil offered me chocolate. That would be the thing. Anyway, Annabelle's with me. Hi, honey. Tonight we're going to be doing testimonies.
Testimony!
Hey, go to lancewalnut.com/DW Destiny Weekend and get in the list. You probably can't get into this one I'm doing, well, not in Montana and not in Dallas, but there's one coming up in Dallas in 2 weeks. It's all new material where I'm hovering over your dream life to help catalyze what God's put into you. That's a story I heard from Bob Jones once. Bob Jones was with Larry, what's his name? Oh, it'll come back to me. But Bob Jones was there, and he was working with, it was IHOP, and there was a professor from England that came over to the United States, and he was told they were worried about how he was going to impact this guy, if he was going to have a negative impact on him, because he's a bit eccentric. And so he was saying at lunch that Larry Randolph, that's who I heard it from, and Larry says he was told kind of like, keep an eye on Bob so he doesn't freak the guy out, the professor. But Bob's sitting there at lunch and he goes, well, last night, I know who you are. I was hovering over your dream life. I saw some problems. And right away, Larry interrupts him and goes, now what Bob means by that is that in the prophetic, you can actually sense things that are going on in other people's lives. And Bob turns to Larry and goes, shut up, Larry. Shut up, Larry. I know exactly what I'm talking about. He goes, anyway, I was hovering over your dream life and I see you got worried about your daughter. But your daughter's involved with a man who's a married man. And she's going to call you today and tell you she's breaking up with him. That's good news. And so the guy was stunned, because indeed, he was worried about his daughter, involved with a professor, no less, at a university in Britain. And sure enough, that day she called and said they broke that thing off. The man said it was the most amazing thing he ever saw. I never forgot hovering over dream life. Well, you got a dream, and somebody's got to hover over it to help you make that dream happen. You know, everybody's so caught up in news cycles in my business. We got nothing but news. Let me tell you something. You don't live someone else's life and fulfill your destiny. You fulfill your destiny when you do what God called you to do. Other people are doing what maybe they're called to do. But you got your own journey. You got your own. And listen, you don't have to be on the cover of a magazine to be known in heaven. Matter of fact, one day the Lord told me, I felt like the Lord said it to me. I was looking at all these faces on the cover of Newsmax, all the movers and shakers. And I said, well, Lord, I guess I'm not having an impact. And the Lord said, because I wasn't on the cover. And the Lord said, do you want to be known in heaven or known down there? I said, well, I guess I'd rather be known in heaven. The Lord said, exactly. So you want to make sure that when history is told in heaven, the tapestry's turned around. It's the story of what God was doing, not what the world was doing. All right.
Lance, look at your area.
My area's a little messy.
Lance loves his ketchup.
Oh, wait. I want to try one more of those. Oh, no.
Oh, Lance.
Oh, I want to have one more of those onions.
Lance,
Where are the
you're still
onions?
alive. You
I
ate
know.
them all.
Well, where are the onions?
Lance, you ate them all.
Darn it. You were nibbling on the onions.
Here's one. I found one.
Crispy, fresh onions. Okay, lancewalnut.com/DW. Get on the list for my weekends. I do 30 people at a time. Hover over your dream life. All right, catch you later. Bye-bye.